Welcome to History Uncovered, where we delve into the stories and events that have shaped our world. If you're a fan of history and love learning about the people and events that have shaped our world, then be sure to hit that subscribe button below. We release new videos every day, so you'll always have something new to discover. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know when our latest episodes are released, and you'll be supporting us in our mission to bring fascinating stories from the past to a wider audience. If you have ideas of what we should make a video about next, let us know in the comment section. In this episode, we will be exploring the life and legacy of one of history's most famous military leaders, Hannibal Barca. Hannibal Barca was born in 247 BC in the city of Carthage, which was located in modern-day Tunisia. He was the son of the Carthaginian general Hannibal Barca, who had fought in the First Punic War against Rome. As a child, Hannibal grew up with a strong military background, learning from his father the skills and tactics necessary to be a successful warrior. At the age of 17, Hannibal accompanied his father on a campaign in Spain, where he was exposed to the harsh realities of war. He quickly developed a reputation as a brave and intelligent commander, and when his father died in battle, Hannibal took over as the commander of the Carthaginian army in Spain. After the end of the First Punic War, Carthage was left in a weakened state, and Hannibal saw an opportunity to expand Carthaginian territory and influence. In 221 BC, Hannibal was appointed commander of the Carthaginian forces in Spain, where he spent the next few years consolidating Carthaginian control over the region and building alliances with local tribes. Hannibal proved to be a shrewd and effective commander, using a combination of diplomacy and military force to subdue the local tribes and expand Carthaginian territory. He also made use of innovative tactics, such as using elephants in battle, which proved to be highly effective against enemy infantry. Despite facing stiff resistance from the Roman Republic, which was also vying for control over the region, Hannibal managed to establish a strong foothold in Spain. His successes in Spain would later play a crucial role in his invasion of Italy, as he was able to draw on the resources and manpower of his Spanish allies. Overall, Hannibal's campaign in Spain was a crucial step in his strategy to challenge Roman supremacy in the Mediterranean. By establishing a base of power in Spain and building alliances with local tribes, he was able to build the resources and support needed for his later campaigns. In 218 BC, Hannibal made the audacious decision to invade Italy by crossing the Alps with his army, in an attempt to take the war directly to Rome. This was a daunting task, as the Alps were known to be treacherous and difficult to traverse, particularly for an army with elephants and other large animals. Hannibal's crossing of the Alps is considered one of the most daring military maneuvers in history, and it remains a source of fascination and intrigue to this day. The exact route that Hannibal took is still debated by historians, but it is generally believed that he crossed the Alps via the Col de la Traversette Pass in the French Alps. The crossing was an arduous and dangerous journey, with Hannibal's army facing freezing temperatures, steep cliffs, and hostile mountain tribes. Despite these challenges, Hannibal and his army were ultimately successful in crossing the Alps and entering Italy. Hannibal's crossing of the Alps was a critical moment in the Second Punic War, as it allowed him to take the war directly to Rome and catch the Romans off guard. It also demonstrated Hannibal's tactical and strategic genius, as he was able to successfully lead his army through one of the most challenging environments imaginable. Overall, Hannibal's crossing of the Alps was a remarkable achievement that has captured the imagination of historians and the public alike. It remains a testament to Hannibal's military prowess and his willingness to take bold risks in pursuit of victory. After several years of conflict in Italy, Hannibal's fortunes began to turn in the latter stages of the Second Punic War. In 207 BC, a Roman army led by the general Claudius Nero scored a decisive victory over Hannibal's brother Hasdrubal at the Battle of Metaurus. This victory was a severe blow to Carthaginian hopes in Italy, as it prevented Hannibal from receiving reinforcements from Spain and left him isolated and vulnerable. Despite this setback, Hannibal continued to wage a guerrilla campaign against the Romans in Italy for several more years. However, his situation was increasingly precarious, and he was ultimately recalled to Africa to face a final showdown with the Romans. The Battle of Zama, fought in 202 BC, was the culminating battle of the Second Punic War. Hannibal faced off against the Roman general Scipio Africanus, who had learned from Hannibal's tactics and adapted his own strategy accordingly. The battle was hard-fought and brutal, but in the end, the Roman army emerged victorious, and Hannibal was forced to flee the field. The Battle of Zama marked the end of Hannibal's military career and the final defeat of Carthage in the Second Punic War. Hannibal went into exile and spent the rest of his life in various parts of the Mediterranean world, ultimately taking his own life rather than falling into Roman hands. Overall, the battles of Metaurus and Zama were critical turning points in the Second Punic War. Although Hannibal had achieved many stunning victories in Italy, these battles ultimately demonstrated the military superiority of Rome and set the stage for the eventual destruction of Carthage. Hannibal was also known for his innovative military tactics, such as the use of elephants in battle. He understood the importance of logistics, ensuring that his army had access to food, water, and supplies even in hostile territory. He also knew how to inspire his troops, leading by example and never asking them to do something he wouldn't do himself. Despite his military successes, Hannibal was ultimately defeated by Rome. He spent many years in exile, and when he was finally captured, he chose to take his own life rather than be handed over to the Romans. However, Hannibal's legacy lives on. His military tactics and strategies are still studied by military leaders today, and his campaign against Rome is considered one of the greatest military feats in history. Hannibal's tactics influenced other great military leaders, such as Napoleon Bonaparte, who used Hannibal's tactics to great effect in his own campaigns. In addition to his military achievements, Hannibal was also a skilled diplomat and politician. He was able to build alliances with other powers in the Mediterranean, and he worked to strengthen Carthage's economy and infrastructure. In conclusion, Hannibal Barca was a military genius who left an indelible mark on history. His innovative tactics and strategies continue to be studied and admired to this day, and his campaign against Rome is still considered one of the greatest military achievements of all time. Thank you for watching this episode of History Uncovered. If you found this video informative and engaging, please like and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories from the past. And don't forget to ring the bell for notifications so that you never miss a new video.